Alright guys, welcome to another entry. I recently watched Raw and I had a few days of not really being on the internet much, so I've kind of just done a bit of recapping, just seeing if I've missed any major developments, if anything that was a rumour has been fleshed out, and those kind of things, just get up to speed. And I noticed there's going to be a Diva show, which is going to air on E! Television network in America, and I've only seen the slight promos. Can't really say I particularly was drawn into what was going on. You just had the Bellas waffling about what they we're so good, oh my god, whatever. But yeah, so I guess it's Divas. I guess it's going to be like a Playboy kind of mansion thing. That's what comes to mind. I mean, you've got beautiful girls. They are beautiful girls. And more importantly, they're going to have women on there who a lot of the IWC find attractive. The typical wrestling fan who has grew up watching these girls, the voluptuous big buxom kind of big boobs, are they have all the artificial means about them. And yeah, so I was sort of sitting there thinking, well, okay, at least they're going to do something with the Divas. I mean, they fucking don't really do much else with them. They just have them come out for 2 minutes a Raw and throw each other about, pull each other's hair, and someone rolls the other one up for a really ridiculous pin that anybody could fucking come out of. But yeah, either way, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and so I'm just looking at just some notes really. I kind of noted down, and yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously anybody who questions Vince McMahon's or the WWE's marketing strategies are fools, because the one thing WWE do very well, if nothing else, is market their product. How they haven't got more money than they do, I don't know. I think a lot of that is down to the fact that most of their social media stuff is because somebody else owns that. Twitter's not owned by Vince, obviously. Facebook isn't. So the major, they try this tout thing and they try these other things, but just who wants another XFL situation? Just stick to what you're good at. I'm sure social media has boosted areas that they needed it, hence why they incorporated it and saw a business growth opportunity. But so on the E channel, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces. I understand it's got the Kardashians on it and just basically train wreck telly, things that basically you only watch E channel if you're into that kind of stuff. It doesn't seem to be a station where there might be a random really good show. You pretty much know what you're getting. Car crash. Basically everything it seems to be that MTV don't want, or it's too cringe for MTV, will go on E. Yeah, so it's with the Kardashians. I mean, if you're willing to sit and watch a family, I'm not going to hate on them, because fair enough, they've played the card they're dealt and they've done very well. Who am I to be envious or jealous? I mean, I wish everybody well and happiness, and if some people are born in end up in situations like the Kardashians, some people don't. But yeah, and if people are willing to watch them, who just basically live each day, whatever. I mean, the Divas, at least the Divas are, majority of them are going to be wrestlers. I understand there's going to be a few models thrown in. I mean, I think at the moment the synopsis of it is very blurred at the moment, except we know there's going to be Divas in a house. So it could be a Big Brother thing, who knows? It could be kind of a fly-on-the-wall reality show, maybe taking you behind the scenes, obviously, scripted reality. Either way, just what the world needs, right? But, yeah. But the only good things about this is it kind of gives the Diva spotlight. It gives people who watch the show a chance to familiarise themselves with the Divas. It gives the Divas a chance to come to basically, to show more than that they are just tits and ass, that they are actually people, and it can legitimise them as actual people, not just objects and stuff for the fans to just ogle and fantasise about, kind of thing. The whole male gaze aspect. But I think with like looking at the Zack Ryder the way he got himself noticed, perhaps it's going to be a similar thing to that. I mean, like the Divas it is going to be a WWE produced thing, program, so obviously it's still going to be edited and manipulated to get the make the impression that WWE want each episode to do, but for the outcomes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it kind of gives the divas a chance to sell themselves a bit more, to show more what they can do. Maybe they can show a bit more charisma, a bit more personality, everything that helps these days. It seems to be more important than actually wrestling and getting you somewhere. It seems to be the more personality you have and the more likeable and the more over you are. But yeah, I mean, it's a good way as well, I think, to incorporate. So not only do you have Next, where they're wrestling, and even that might be a TV show of its own, which is a good thing. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't. C'est la vie kind of thing. No worries. But yeah, I mean, it kind of gives the viewers, like Vince will get the chance then to experiment a bit more. So at the end of the day, it's all more experimenting. Stick them on the E channel. Who do the fans like? I mean, there could be a complete random one. There could be, you could have all these buxom beauties and send on this like a normal, I don't know who, the one that you least expect to get anywhere, and they surprise you, like kind of a Mankind type of thing. He was never expected to get where he got, but he did through hard work and effort, and he found a niche. And yeah, so maybe this could be the same thing here. I mean, just kind of looking over my notes that I made, I mean, pretty much, yeah, if it's going to be entertainment, as long as it entertains you in some way, if it annoys you, as long as it invokes some reaction, emotion, feeling, as long as it makes you want to talk about it afterwards, or at least reflect on it mentally, it's done its job. It's not like you just sat there and listened to a German story in German and you don't understand German. You actually know who, at least, even if you just know a few of their names, at least it's done its job. And that's the point. And obviously it's going to be marketed the hell out of on Raw, which means even more. So not only tout Twitter, Facebook, everything else, you're going to have this E channel every little while. But that's why TVRs are so good. Just skip those bits. But yeah, so I'm thinking, it is what it is. I mean, anybody expecting amazing television production, that's laughable. But yeah, anyway, it brings exposure to divas. It transcends as well the divas, and perhaps it attracts females who want to watch wrestling. I mean, I don't know how many females who watch wrestling for the men's bodies. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it happens. More than the actual the wrestling and who's got what belt and everything, who's fighting who. But yeah, it's a station that basically can bring females into it. And perhaps, who knows, perhaps the next Trish Stratus could end up seeing these people on this Divas show and get inspired. But yeah, either way, it's still early days. I'll probably give another video about this sooner when I found out more, and have a more clear opinion after I've seen an episode. But yeah, as always, take care, like, comment, challenge me, agree with me, it's up to you. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.